Well, the season, big cliffhanger for Harley in season 1 was, the fact that she snapped Miguel's neck. I mean, in that moment, so much changes for Harley. She has now kind of crossed another line. She also has kind of relieved herself from this life that she's been living. In a way, there's closure on that situation that she's been haunted by for the past 10 years. And so it's kind of, who is she going to be, after that? Who will she become? And what's going to happen now with Woz taking the fall and being picked up by the FBI? How is that all going to play out now that he finds out that she was the rat the whole time, and she was the mole, and what that's going to do to their relationship and how they're going to recover from that. It's been amazing producing this show and acting in it. Both are been really fulfilling. We knew so clearly, and I guess because we worked on it for a few years before we actually got to principal photography, when we were really filming it, that we knew exactly what we wanted to do with the show. We knew exactly what it was about. Yes, it was set in a cop world, but it was really about people and human nature, and the fact that we have good intentions, but we sometimes make really questionable choices, and that is, gives you so many shades of blue, gray, purple, white, all the different shades of life. And it was so clear to me when we went to film that first season. I knew exactly what I was doing in every single moment, and Harley as a character as well. I knew exactly. And working with this cast and this crew, we couldn't have put together a better group of people to accomplish what we did. And we didn't even, you never know. You put them together, you think you're making all these great choices, and sometimes it just doesn't have that spark, that magic. But somehow, even though, as we were filming it, sometimes it felt, I don't know, kind of dark, and the mood was a little bit down, we still made something really magical. And it had to be because of the nature of the subject matter. It was heavy situations for our characters. Yeah, every time we get a script, it's like, okay, what's gonna happen? And there's always something in there that you're like, oh my God, okay, wow. Okay, that's what I'm doing in the opening scene? Okay, got it. I guess I have to mentally prepare for that one and try to erase that when we're done from my memory. But it is, the show is about, and I think, television is about, keeping people on the edge of their seat and, getting to love these characters and root for them, even, because of their humanity, because of the fact that they're flawed and they're not perfect and they're trying to do their best. And I think that's what I kind of operate on when in doing this piece and doing Shades of Blue, but also in playing Harley, is that everybody's always trying to do their best. We're all trying to do the best we can, and just sometimes that leads us down roads, unexpected. It's been great. Like I said, the first season I felt really clear about why she was doing things and how she was doing them, and even though sometimes you were like, oh, don't do that, Lord, please, that's not the right thing, she still was trying to juggle so much, and she was on this kind of tightrope walk. But in this season, it'll be interesting to see where she goes. It'll be interesting to see because, like I said, she's kind of now crossed another line, and every time I just see Harley as, at the essence, having been this abused woman who has these patterns of doing things for the people, involved with people that she loves, and for love or for, certain circumstances, she winds up in these situations where she keeps getting dragged back into doing things that she knows she shouldn't be doing, and trying to just stay afloat and trying to survive and trying to be there for her daughter. But she's really, at the core, that complicated character who's just trying to get off that slippery slope that she slid down, and just trying to claw her way back up. And every time she makes some way says, you know, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best to not, this is over. Let me move on and now try to really make a great life for me and my daughter. Something happens that puts her back in, and the complicated and dysfunctional relationships in her life drag her back into something that she doesn't want to be doing, but has to do. And somehow we understand that. You know, somehow you go, yeah, no, she had to do that. As Woz said that, yeah, no, or else they wouldn't be, You know what I mean? So again, it's just about being human and having to survive, and forgiveness and loyalty and love at the end of the day. I think I think that's why Harlee resonates with people, because I think at the core they know she's not a bad person. She may be a bad cop at times. She may be not the best decision maker, you know, but she's smart, and her intentions are right. Her intentions are good. And I think most people identify with that. Like, damn, I mess up like that sometimes. I'm trying to do the right thing, but then I wind up doing something and messing everything up. It's been awesome, you know, working with Ray Liotta, Drea, you know, all of the actors, Warren and Gino, and, you know, all of them, Dio, everybody, even Sarah, who's, you know, young and starting out and stuff like that. It's been awesome. I mean, everybody plays their position so well, and we all kind of feel the world in the same way. I don't know, it's hard to describe, and I guess you can say it's chemistry. We understand the piece, and the chemistry between us is right. And I'm glad that I got to read with all of them at some point before we went on this journey, because we needed to know that we had that. And it's just been awesome, you know. I really feel like I sometimes, you know, call, you know, Drea Tess, or, you know, call Ray Woz, because they are so the characters to me, and they call me Harlee when we're here. You know what I mean? It is very real to us in a way.